probably even in here yet.
They're coming in. They're filtering in.
We'll let everybody jump in a little bit.
Well,
before
introduce
we start.
yourself first.
Well, everyone should hopefully know who I am by now, but I'm Diggity. I'm in the sales department.
That's his real name, too. It's Diggity.
That's on my birth certificate and everything, right?
Yeah. Albanian.
The Euro Scot, as
Euro
everyone
Scot.
likes to say.
Yeah. All right, we got some people in here.
All right, awesome. What's going on, guys? Diggity here for your Wheel Wednesdays. Coming up today at 3 o'clock, right? We're going to be, Scott mentions and starts talking about tariffs a little bit, gets into a little bit more detail than I could.
Well, today's Liberation Day.
Liberation
right?
Day,
Yeah.
too, as well.
So, you
never
potentially
know.
prices could be affected, but, we get into all
We're
that.
trying to get all the info for you, and Scott does a great job giving everybody an update on what's going on.
Vito Lust says, tell us the bad news with tariffs. It's not all bad news.
It's not all.
But
It's
we
not
at
all,
the same
but
time, we
again,
don't even know yet.
We don't even know. Every day it's kind of changing, but we are trying our best to keep ahead of it.
But yeah, podcast 3 o'clock.
Podcast 3
Talk
o'clock.
all
Definitely
about
check
that.
it out if you're interested to learn more. I know Scott will probably jump in at some point if anybody does have any questions regarding it. Unless I can answer them, of course.
And then this Friday, we got a fit check for Audi A3 S3.
Definitely, yeah. Fit check for your 8V Audi A3/S3. Definitely check that out too.
You
on
know,
Friday.
the A3 hatch, the earlier one, used to be one of my favorite little
You want to know
Audis.
something?
I would run that.
I say it to this day. If that 8V they gave us, that
There's
hatch
8V.
here,
8V's the
like
chassis?
the
or?
chassis,
Okay.
code. If they did give us an 8V here in
Yeah.
the hatch, it would have been game over. That would have been the car I'm looking
Ooh.
at. It would have been an instant. That's the only car I'm going to look at.
Super random. Did you see the Golf R wagon?
Yes, I did.
Oh, what do you
It
think?
it looks good, but for me, it's always going to be a hatch. Like
Really? Yeah, I like the
it's-
wagon. I don't know.
The wagon's cool. I do dig wagons. I am into wagons. However, I don't think I could probably. I
Ooh,
don't
it's got
think that
potential
would
though. Nice suspension, nice wheels.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
I'd
a
still-
Golf R.
In that case, I'd still go with your original Golf R.
It's
in
just
the
a Golf
hatch.
R, but you just stretched
But
it.
you get that little
Just
extra.
A little stretch. Actually, Caleb says, Happy Wheel Wednesday, boys.
Happy Wheel Wednesday, brother.
You too, Caleb. We got Sloan saying, what's up?
What's going on, bro?
We got KRM, our boy out in the Netherlands, saying, what's up?
Netherlands.
What's up,
going
bro?
on,
How's the RS6 Avant?
I'd love to see it.
Right?
Awesome.
Raphael says, get the 8V hatch, bruh.
Yeah, let me go and get it transferred over here with like a 60% tax on what's going on now.
E-tron, but we got it. Nice, that's what he says.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I really, if they really gave us like an S3 or RS3 body style in the hatch, it would have been game over. Like I wouldn't even be thinking of any other car.
If money wasn't an option, would you be looking at one of those E-trons though?
For a daily, 100%.
Okay.
I honestly, I'm not a big fan of electric vehicles at all.
Yeah.
But if I did have to choose one, it's gonna be in your Audi.
Is it all EV or hybrid?
That is all EV on those.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not for me.
But I bet you drive it and it's probably wild.
Oh,
it's probably
it's a
awesome.
different ballgame.
But no sound.
It's a rough one, and I've seen them on the roads. I've seen maybe like 2 ever, like just cruising in the HOV lane, and I'm just like, I do like them. If I had to pick an electric car, I'd probably go with that.
KRM says, I love the fact that y'all refer to me as our guy from the Netherlands.
That's my boy.
And the one with the RS6 Avant. He goes, how y'all been?
We're good, dude. We're good. Just hanging in there.
Solo Yay says, I have 19-inch Mark 1s on my TTRS.
Ooh,
Hell
I
yeah,
love it. I have
first of all.
19s on mine too, but
Richie used to love the TTRS.
Yeah, he tried to grab one actually. There was a TTS he was looking at.
How pricey? Kind of pricey, right?
It's finding the one that's been maintenance correctly,
Okay.
man. That's really, or like not really abused or modified and molested, as I like to say.
Well, they said on the TTRS, wheels look sick. First UK set?
Possibly.
I don't know. There's a, that Mini Cooper, the really nice Mini Cooper that's red, it's lowered, it's got Mark 1s with the aero cover. I think they're in the UK.
I'm not sure.
I mean, it's got to be the first ones on TTRS, though.
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
I love to hear that.
Send us pics.
Definitely want to see pictures of
Yeah,
that.
tag us or something. We might repost. Raphael says, e-tron body, same as S3 body, though. RS3 is just
but
wider.
there's differences. There's differences when you're going from your e-tron to your S3. There's 100% going to be differences there.
Blue
And
Brie.
Rob, don't you got work to do?
Yeah, right? Yeah. Make some wheels, bruh. We need them. Oh, by the way, I saw a wheel Raphael design the other day. You people just wait. Just wait. This guy's doing
he's
it.
definitely talented.
This guy's doing it. Blueberry in the house saying,
What's up, Blue?
buying a BMX off Marketplace today. Nice. Good choice.
nice.
Perfect time for it, right? It's getting warm.
Definitely.
It's getting warm. I used to like be BMXing with like 50 of my boys in New York. I missed those
Dude, I
days.
can't remember the last time I rode like a BMX bike. But-
Well, to be fair, mine was an electric BMX, or was
Oh,
it?
that's not the same. Dude, even when I see like
Getting a
the
little
electric,
lazy
like,
with it.
skateboards go by, I'm like, what's the
Yeah,
point? Just like, what's the point?
Do you know how many times I would ride that thing and people on like real bicycles would be angry, right?
Yeah,
and they'd
'cause
be
they're
like,
sitting there
"You're
trying to pedal it,
cheating!
yeah.
You're cheating!"
I
I'm
would
having fun.
If I had to choose, I'd take an electric bike
Hell
over
yeah.
an electric skateboard.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know what it
in a
is.
day, I'd see 40 miles of the city and non-sweaty. Boom. Mike says tariffs going to be affecting wheel prices.
They could. Again,
be.
we're doing everything in our power for it to not happen. But again, with how crazy everything is with nowadays, every day it kind of changes. So there's supposed to be an update later today, and you never know what tomorrow could bring. But at the moment, we are trying our best to not increase any prices.
In about an hour, though, on our YouTube channel, we release a video where we dive fully into this
Fully
subject.
into it.
so.
Definitely check it out. 3 p.m. today.
Nick Slick says, "Hey, pretty."
What's up, boo-boo?
Okay. Danny says, "Wheels for BMW M4 F82." First of all, nice.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Definitely check out the Forge F1M or even the F3S. We definitely.
Oh,
make
there's an
outfit
F1M
lists.
right behind
Yeah,
you.
we have one right here.
Do the Vanna White. That's a nice wheel, by the way. Yeah, that on BMW M4 would look sweet.
Yeah, or the F3Ss too. I'm a big fan of both. And your concave will get a little bit more when you get into those more aggressive specs, so which is real nice on those.
We got Johnny Five.
Johnny Five?
Johnny Five. Is that from the what was it? Short Circuit.
Yeah.
That movie. Yeah, great movie. He asks, any hyperspec updates?
Hyperspec, we're looking beginning to middle of June at the moment. It really comes down to what specs or what's going to come first. Usually 18-inch tends to be the first ones that we get, but they will start to trickle in right after the first batch comes in.
KRM with an outlandish comment.
Uh-oh.
I don't even know if you're right. I don't know. He goes, "Y'all definitely not going to believe me again because I didn't believe him with the RS6, but I do believe him now. I saw the picture."
Let's see.
He goes,
what does he got?
"But
What
I
did he buy?"
bought a Jaguar F-Type R." Nice.
It's everywhere, man.
Oh my god.
I love it. I
Oh.
love it, but you're just everywhere.
You ever heard the way those sound though?
Oh, they sound
my
amazing.
god.
I dig it, and it's definitely
cool.
something different.
That's cool. Send us a pic.
Definitely wanna see it.
Send us a pic. All these cars at KRM, we got to put some Koenig wheels on one of them.
Yeah, we
Let's
gotta
do
get
it.
something on there.
Let's do it. CJ Bartley says, "Dude."
Yo!
What's up, CJ?
What shoes you wearing?
What shoes are you wearing? You
I'm
can ask
wearing
that
the
here.
Diamond Supply. Man, I gotta
All right, we
take
got
them off.
we got the feet cam. Doubt
cam.
foot cam.
Diamond
Nice.
Supply Dunks.
Those are pretty
I love
sweet.
these. Probably my favorite pair right now.
We got Nick asking, F1 fan?
Of course.
Yeah, actually.
We got Suzuka this weekend. I can't wait.
What-
and
how-
the fact that it's at like 10 p.m. versus a 5 a.m. wake up for this.
How come you said Suzuka like that?
I just wanted to be more authentic.
It was pretty authentic.
Right? I felt like it was.
Yeah, I'm Asian, by the way, behind the camera, so I'm allowed to ask some of these things, I get the pass, Raphael says, I'm going to go buy an e-tron and S3, swap it out of spite.
I mean, have fun. You're going to spend a
You wanna
lot,
get in
Raph.
KRM says, that beast is going to look even more like a monster with some Konigs on it.
Of course.
That's
Always will.
stating fact right there. El Shampoo says, what about my Holden Commodore Ute? I need wheels. Oh, man. First of all,
That would
great
be
car.
awesome.
Really cool car.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of those.
I wish we got those here.
Shoot us an email. Shoot us a message.
You know what car he's talking about,
Yeah, I know
right?
exactly
Yeah,
what car
those
he's talking
Utes.
about.
Oh, I love those. Let's see, he needs wheels. What do you know anything about Holden Commodore?
A little bit.
Bolt pattern or anything like that?
I think it's about 120.
I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it shares the same platform as your Chevy, and,
No, it wasn't. It was,
It was
I
the
think it was the
SS.
GTO.
or even, but also the SS that came out a while ago.
I'm not sure. The
Yeah.
GTO, but
We don't get those in the States, so there's not much
KRM says, I ain't got bank right now for the wheels, but hey, we're here, so let us know, bro. Let us know. I bet you that Type R, that Jaguar Type, what is it, Type FR?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Let's see, Solo Yay says, tagged you guys in a couple Instagram posts, love the wheels. Awesome.
Appreciate it. Love to hear it.
Check it out. KRM says, I'm wearing some Air Jordan Retro Thunders right now.
I love that this turned into a whole sneaker thing.
Yeah, it's because you're on the stream. CJ Bartley, washed black AJ1s.
My guy, always with heat on the feet.
El Shampoo, one day.
Well, I gotta say something about the El Shampoo. I don't really use shampoo much.
You don't
over
use
here.
shampoo?
I mean, I do, but I don't. Like, I don't really need it. A bar of soap will work. just fine
Man,
for
you
me.
picked an interesting time and
Yeah.
place to reveal that
I
about
mean,
yourself.
it is what it is.
No
It's
shampoo.
It's not a hidden thing that, you know.
All right, we got El Shampoo saying one day I definitely will put Koenig wheels on my Commodore Ute.
Love it.
CLT Brian says, "What's up, guys?"
What's going on?
El Shampoo says 5 and 120 on the Holden Commodore.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Any
it shows
recommendations for wheel fitment or anything for him?
It really depends on what look he's going
that.
for.
Depends on how aggressive you're trying to go with it as well. That's probably your bigger thing. If you want to, you could definitely do like your 8.5 at a 32 to 35 for the front, 9.5 rear if you're trying to go staggered, or if you want to just go 9.5s all around. That's, you know, you just got to make it work a little bit probably for the front.
KRM says he's turning into a sneakerhead.
I love it.
Nice.
It's a bad thing to get into, but I do love it at the same time.
Well, I mean, he's been through like 3 different cars in the last 2 months, so at
Hey,
least
you know
this is a
what?
cheaper hobby, you know?
I'd love to see the sneaker collection one day.
I'd love to see the car collection one day.
Well, that too. Put them all together in one photo for us.
Alex B. Scion, do you guys have any 1510s?
1510, I think we do offer. We got on the decagram. Anything else would probably be more on your.
2400.
I would also think maybe the spec wheel for the
2400.
Miata.
It's only 400.
Yeah, 4100.
Okay.
So there would be the 15 by 10 on
Probably
that,
what,
the
Goodwin-
decagrams, right?
I
Goodwin
just don't know
Racing?
what he's asking for.
Let's see. For the 1510 guy, let us know what
What
Alex.
pattern you're
Yeah,
looking
what
for. Sorry,
car
I
is
got-
that
I got
for?
thrown off a little bit.
Shampoo says most aggressive for my Commodore Ute.
Probably going to be looking at anything like a 9.5 all around. Anything more is going to be needing to play around with it.
Those were also rear-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
So again,
maybe
you can go
staggered.
staggered or, you know, a square setup all around. You could probably squeeze some 10s on there too, but again, you might have to mess around a little bit to make it work.
11 cylinders says thoughts on a Volvo V70R. I'm running decagrams and I want some meat on mine. First of all, V70R.
What
I
specs
love
are you
it.
running right now?
Yeah, let us know what you got on there right now. 11 cylinders. It's Josh Carr says any updates on hyperspecs when they're shipping out? Still June or do we have good news?
Right now, we're in beginning to middle of June. It really comes down to what specs exactly, but 18-inch usually is the first ones that come in, and kind of the sizes follow right after.
You may see some that are going to land. I don't need to be mic'd
Yeah.
up, but like you may see some that are going to land a touch earlier. Like there may be some that start to land at the end of May, but you know then you're going to have coming off that Memorial Day weekend, so right around early June seems to be the most accurate.
KRM says cheaper hobby. That's good. El Shampoo, I've got BMW X5 wheels on my Holden Commodore right now, and with some BC Racing gold coilovers, or BC gold
What's the
coilovers.
specs on those X5 wheels?
I think they're 10-inch wide.
Right? If it
When you
doesn't come
wh-
on,
When you do that, you don't keep the BMW logo center cap on there, right?
it depends. You know, for me, that's like an OE plus type of deal going on. So a lot of times, like Volkswagen guys will leave those center caps on.
CJ Bartley says, yeah, it's true. Sneakers have emptied my bank account.
Sneakers, cars, whatever. We just picked the worst hobbies.
You only have 2 feet. How many of these sneakers you need?
I mean, I don't want to talk about it.
CLT Brian, y'all need to do some F6 SX in frosted mag blue. Nobody's gonna buy that.
That's a tough
You know what the
one.
problem is though with Mag Blue? It's an interesting thing. There's not too many things when it comes down to colors. I don't even want to get in here.
I was gonna say I could probably just like move my mouth and have Scott speak, and it just sounds like I'm talking.
There's not too many things when it comes to colors that you get too much pushback on, right?
Yeah.
But Mag Blue has to be the one that you would like for everybody that goes, oh, it's a copy, right? The problem is Mag Blue is probably the only color that I can think of that when anybody does it, they're like, oh, it's a copy, and you're like, it's a color. Like,
It's
Is that the really
it's just
dark
the
blue?
color.
It's like really dark, kind of almost.
and sometimes it's matte and sometimes it's gloss.
I prefer the matte over the gloss if I did have a
I think-
pick.
yeah, I think it
like the
depends.
matte
Yeah,
look.
but what
depends.
color car are you putting that on?
A lot of
Silver?
times
I mean,
I've seen it on yellow. I've seen it on red. I've seen it.
Wow,
on
okay.
on black.
Listen, just because it's not in my taste doesn't mean it's not somebody's.
Yeah.
I mean, Scott doesn't like my car for the color. So it's
For the
all
color,
about
the
taste.
color of the car.
The color of the car.
Yeah.
If I had it any different color, I wouldn't get as much.
Pistachio. I mean, who paints
Gloss
their
light
Who does their car
pistachio.
pistachio?
Ooh, CTM Knuckles says I'm putting a supercharged twin turbo LS6 in my Chevy Sonic.
That's wild, dude.
God bless
No,
you.
you're not.
I really-
Are you really? If
I
you
mean,
are, I
you're
mean,
gonna have to chop up the hood to make that thing's gonna have to stick out.
God
that's
bless you.
awesome.
God bless his
Yeah.
wife.
Chevy Sonic.
Guard64 says, "Hey guys, on release of your wheels, do you guys release them in equal amounts of sets by each PCD, or do
No,
you do most popular fitments first?"
Do you want the do you want the plan or do you want what actually happens? So I would say the plan is that we usually start with the most popular part numbers first. It makes the most sense. The reality of it is we plan for that, and then whatever comes up, whatever shows up first is what goes out the door.
Yeah.
It depends. I mean, remember, there's a lot of commonality to manufacturing. So in other words, if we're going to be running 18A profiles, they try to do all the 18As, and they'll try to get that stuff out of the way. But you know, I mean, sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Blueberry says, "Hey Scott."
Hey,
Hey.
hey.
It's Josh Carr says 18 9.5 plus 35 should be in the first batch of hyperspecs, potential late May release.
Yeah,
It's a
possible.
possibility.
It's
just
possible.
we won't know until it gets a little closer.
Josh, get your pre-order in.
I definitely get
You know,
your
listen, I
pre-order.
will say this. I will say this. Back orders really are one of those things. You know, do the research. There's a lot of retailers out there, and there's a lot of retailers that have really good policies. And if you find a retailer that has a no penalty cancellation policy prior to shipping, which many of them do, then backorder will hold your place in line. And if for some reason you just don't want to do it, you can usually contact them and say, hey, I see my order isn't shipped yet. Is it okay if I cancel? But just make sure you're with your retailers, because everybody's got something. Ironically enough, I've seen some retailers charge a restocking fee when they never had it in stock. So like, go figure that.
It's a
But-
strange one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which always gets me, because randomly I'll see an email or something come through about that. I'm like, you know, I mean, that's everybody's got their own policies, I guess. But back orders hold your place in line. So like, if you put a back order in and it's number 22, this 22nd set of those wheels that get shipped are yours. If you wait until they come in, you're behind everybody else. And that's the reason that a lot of times we'll have people say things like, I don't understand, you said they would be in May,
And then when
and
we
now
get them
and
in
now
May,
it's and
they're
now
all
it's
gone.
July and I still can't get any. It's like, yeah, because we served all the back orders that had put their their orders in first.
Yeah.
And then you're back to waiting.
Thanks a
right?
lot, Jeff Bezos.
What about Jeff?
It's Amazon. This is the problem. Amazon.
Amazon's
you-
in the middle of
yeah,
trying to
but
get
do you
TikTok.
do you remember
That's
when you would
insane.
order something online back 10, 20 years ago and it would show up in 2 weeks as opposed to 2
Well,
days, and that was normal.
I mean,
But wait,
Nowadays
I
it's
don't
not.
understand. Are you trying to
Now
win people
it's
over,
like
or-
yeah, but no, well, now it's like you order something online. If it's not there in 2 days, it's like what's
Well,
going
that's-
on?
Listen, I'm telling
see,
you
but
right now.
when you pay for a
We're
service
spoiled.
and you pay for that convenience, I expect it. in
I
2
start
days.
to get annoyed
I'm
when I
just
said
saying.
have it overnight.
Boom, same
The
day.
best is I order it like 7
Same
o'clock
day.
at
Yeah.
night and it comes out at like
My-
5, 6 in the morning.
I
Have
gotta
you ever
tell
seen
you,
those?
yeah, I love those guys. Like, I gotta tell you how happy it makes me when I order something and it shows up the same day.
Nice.
It's crazy.
Doesn't happen in a
I love
lot of regions,
No.
but it's happened plenty of times here, and I love it.
Well,
Yeah.
even think about it. How long did it take us to get our tire mounting machine? I think it was 2 days.
Timu tire mounting machine.
Timu tire mounting machine. I think we received that in 2 days.
Yeah, we got a piece of content coming on that, I think, right?
Oh
You're
yeah.
gonna love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shampoo says with the Holden Commodore says they're 9-inch wide right now, and I've got Holden center caps on them.
Oh, awesome. So the
Nice.
center caps fit in there. So, that's
So he
a
wants to
good
go
tool.
bigger than 9-inch.
Yeah,
Could
you
he?
know, the 9.5s all around at a 35. I think that should be solid equipment.
Ooh.
Yeah.
CJ Bartley says a Hyperchrome F6 SX would go crazy. Yeah, I agree.
Why you gotta do that?
I
Why
agree.
you gotta do that?
It's because he knows Scott's on the stream now, so he's like, let me just wiggle that in there. CTM Knuckles says the Sonic is going to be a drag build, so I'm going full carbon fiber body as well. I'm going to need a whole lot of downforce.
Oh boy.
This reminds me of the Jason Whitfield Cobalt, the 9-second Cobalt project he did. Back in the day, that's like, obviously it was a full-on, build, but I mean, it was pretty wild. maybe go look at that for some inspirational.
All right, we'll do a couple more questions.
Let's do it.
It's Josh Carr says, I placed my back order on January 31st. Can't wait. Awesome.
My guy.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the first one to get them.
Yeah, you'll be in
One of
there.
the first ones to
there,
get 'em.
yeah.
CLT Brian says, Grid Life's first event is next weekend. You guys should come down.
Oh yeah.
What's that,
because
South
you're going
Carolina?
Yeah,
Where are
I
they
think
going?
they're going to Carolina. Right?
Nice, nice. That'll be a nice weekend.
Yeah, I wish.
I'm a Mao says, will Koenig be raising prices with all the new tariffs regarding imports from China?
Make sure you stay tuned to our podcast coming up just in
3 o'clock.
about
Half an hour,
hour's time.
Yeah, it's about 3 o'clock.
Look,
Eastern.
here's the complicated part. A lot of the explanation we have so far, it's going to be, I do a little address to you right after this on YouTube. It's actually a pretty good watch if you're kind of interested. It flows pretty well. I even watched it and didn't cringe. So, like, what I would say is this, is that tariffs are an extremely fluid thing. You have to understand with tariffs, these are not things that are done by legislation. They're doing them by executive order.
Sorry.
You're gonna.
I was mimicking you. I was kind of
But-
just standing back here like
But
a
they're doing
bodyguard.
things by executive order, which means they can change by the stroke of a pen, right? 4 o'clock today, Eastern, we have an announcement from the administration. We'll see what that looks like. I don't think we're gonna get a ton of concrete evidence. I think there's gonna be a lot of this is final, this stuff is happening. But May 3rd, I think, will be a much more telling time for some of these things. Everything's up in the air. Our intention at this point, because, we have safeguarded ourselves the best way at this point, which is like,
now.
like.
Could change in an hour.
30,
Yeah.
Right. We don't intend to have a price increase. If the entire world goes up by 50%, everybody will have a price increase. I've already seen
Every
vendors
single thing.
putting in price increases already, which I still can't figure out because they don't exactly have
Or-
a number that they can use. But with that said, we're really hoping not. We're watching in an hour and a half, just like most of you might be.
Victor, with a great question, says, two questions actually. Are the spinner arrow covers a real thing, or was that an April Fool's joke?
Take a guess. Take a guess.
And then they also ask, are the regular arrow covers coming at the end of the month?
The ETA for the aero cover should be here, I think, the 25th to land it to our
Well,
warehouse.
so but there's a lot of back orders.
There are a lot of back orders,
Are
but
there any free?
I think there's about 20 of them that are free. So if you did want them, I'd highly recommend a back
Yeah,
order because
yeah.
it might be a little bit before seeing the next batch.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like we have a lot of them that are already sold, so they
Yeah.
come in. But we have more behind it. I think 3 weeks behind.
3 weeks, yeah, I think it's about a month,
it.
3 to 4 weeks behind.
We have some more coming, and then there's plenty of them coming. But
Get those back orders in.
Yeah.
All right, two more questions.
Let's do it.
Float V and a couple other people actually asking, hyperspec update, please.
yeah,
It's gonna be late May on the earliest, but we're probably gonna say
early to mid
beginning-
June, depending on which partner.
Yeah, depending on part numbers.
Yeah, it
Um,
sucks. Sorry.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's where we're at the moment.
KRM says, I'm a head out back home with my new F Type R. Have a good day, guys.
Later, bro.
Appreciate you joining. It's Josh Carr's. More of the 19.9.5s need to come in a B profile. Almost bought a set of countergrams, 18.9.5. Should be pretty big market for you guys, I think. It might have issues with people running big brakes.
That's the one issue right there is the brake situation.
Yeah.
The reason we do an 8 profile and a 9.5 is because nowadays all these cars come with these massive brakes and the B profile just clips right there at the bottom of the spoke.
Yeah, there's a couple wheels like Ultragram has it. There's
Ampliform it does.
Ampliform has one.
Mhm.
So we have a couple of wheels like that. The problem, like we've just talked about,
Yeah.
is like the problem is so many of these cars now are coming with wider wheels from the factory. So 9.5s are being used in really a grand scheme of different cars.
Yeah.
For fronts or being used square. So
Like for an example, like an STI brake, if it was a 9.5 35 with a B profile, it wouldn't clear the STI brake.
right, correct.
So just
Yeah.
an example
And
of why we do it.
And the same thing a lot of times could be on a Q50 Sport.
Yep.
Like, they'll use 9.5 at a 35 square,
Mhm.
but as soon as you go ahead and like really make something concave in a 9.5 at 35, you're gonna cut that caliper
Yeah,
off.
pretty
So
much.
yeah, I know, I get it. We
All
get
right,
it.
two more for you. Ryan M says, ordering a set of countergrams for my Forte GT next week.
Nice.
Kia
awesome.
Forte.
All
Cool.
right.
I'm down with
Awesome.
it.
Send pics.
We got 2 more questions actually. It's Josh Carr says my 11th gen Civic has tiny brakes. I would have loved a B profile countergram or hyperspec.
Go
Ultragram.
with the Ultragram. Yeah.
Ultragram.
Ultragram is an 18.5 40 offset B profile.
Which is
Jim,
fitment on there.
Jim here has a what year Civic is it? Is it a 23? 24?
I think it's a 22 or 23.
Okay,
23.
but-
yeah, something
11th
like that.
gen.
That body's,
Yeah, right.
gen.
But 11th gen, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
11.
So he's got an 11th gen Civic SI with the what you call it, with the 18.5 Ultragrams and a B profile. We've put pictures up before, but it's a really
Definitely
great
a good
looking
look.
wheel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's the perfect fit on that car too, as
Yeah.
far as specs wise.
And final one for the day, we got It's Remy asking, what's that beaming wheel on above the head of the guy on the right?
This would be your hyper spec that everybody's talking about.
There you go. Give us the Vanna.
All right, y'all. Good luck to you.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, Scott's just saying bye. But yes, this is the hyper spec in your anthracite with your machine lip. Also going to come in a matte bronze as well.
Nice. All right, cool. We're good.
Guys, appreciate
We'll
you
sign out.
stopping in. Definitely check out the video today at 3 p.m. Eastern time. About what's going on with the tariffs. Scott gets into more detail for it.
Yep.
If you're definitely interested, that's a good video to check out. Also, Friday content, make sure to check out for the 8V fitment check. And guys, please like
Bang.
and subscribe, and just let us know if you need anything else.
Look, it seems like you want to stay on the stream longer.
No.
No,
Let's
you
try
sure?
and Get it out of here, guys.
CJ Bartley
Look,
says hot. All right.
do it, baby.
Later, guys.
Later, guys.